Welcome, everybody, to the Streakers Island podcast live edition. And you know what? Something beautiful has happened today. I am not all by myself. Instead, we have a full panel that's getting in at the very last possible second. Of course, Key was ready right off the jump. And of course, it is I, the self-proclaimed sports analyst. And we have the man in darkness, but is still dashing, Mr. Lane Dashing Dashco.
Well, I gotta get in my background kind of like. I've been having a lot of technical difficulties the last
It just adds to his sex appeal, yo. Dark
Oh,
and
here
handsome.
we go. Now we can see his beautiful face. And of course, Mr. More for your money.
Woo!
And just as a quick reminder, Dan, I know you did the first 2 days of the CFL Fights Cancer Walk. And
Yes.
How many kilometers did you do, Dan, over those 2 days?
Just a little over 40 kilometers.
So that's a lot of walking.
Very
And
much.
that's amazing.
So. Yeah, a lot of walking. I do have cerebral palsy, if people don't know. And unfortunately, my bad foot, my weak foot gave out.
Don't show anyone your foot.
Yeah,
We'll get banned off the internet.
No, I gave
or
out.
we'll get a lot more followers.
It gave out last night. I was having a hard. I didn't think I could make it to the checkpoint of third line, but I did. 11 o'clock at night, and I was hoping a rest up would be better tomorrow morning, and unfortunately, it just got worse in the morning. Some very slow moving. That's why I was a little bit late jumping on the program, but my middle toe is very swollen and very purple. But that's all I'll say about it. But it was an incredible experience, being a part of that. Huge shout out to everyone who did the walk and everyone who worked so hard to see about fight cancer. These people really put in a whole bunch of time and effort to raise that money and do what they're doing. And just huge shout out to Wick, who we had an interview on the show before, as he stayed back walking with me, as I was the slowest walker of the bunch. So it's nice having some company. And huge shout out to Connor and Dallas. They're just incredible people, and they started this whole thing on TSN last year, and I wanted to be a part of it then, but with different careers and everything, I couldn't. But if I had the time to do it, I figured, well, other people worse off than me did a lot of walking too, so I can give it a try too. So unfortunately, I didn't finish, but you know what? I also like to do stuff like that to prove that, sometimes you see something like, whoa, that's too fake to actually happen. I say that with reality TV. We see something that didn't work out, wow, okay, this is a lot harder than it looks, and that's what this walk was for me. It's a lot harder than it looks. So, and
Dan, you can see in the comments here, Shades is saying, great job on the walk. Make sure I'm there with y'all next year. So it looks like you have someone else now.
Oh, nice.
They'll walk 500 miles, and they would walk 500 more. But
it would be incredible doing it with you. That would be an amazing experience.
But if you are looking to donate to the CFL Fights Cancer Walk, just click on the donate button or follow the QR code. We taught Dan recently how to use QR codes.
That's right.
So now that Dan knows how to use them, we got to pump the tires on them. So just click on that QR code and follow the website, which is cflfansfightcancer.com/donate.
I was going to say quickly too, the boys are in Barrington today. We made it to Oakville last night, and they're in Barrington today, and they are going to – where are we going today?
They're going to Hamilton tonight.
Oh, we're going to a restaurant called Joe's Dog on Woodwork Avenue in Hamilton. And then after you watch tonight's game, and hopefully you're listening to the podcast here as well, if you're middle bar eating. Hi, everyone. And after that, tomorrow is the short walk. We're going, well, I say short, still a 2-hour walk probably, from Woodward Avenue to Barton right down to the stadium. So unfortunately, I missed the fun day. Today's the fun day, right? Today you walk, and go and watch CFL on the weekend when you get there. And unfortunately, I missed that part. But you know. I want to thank
But you
the
know what?
guys
You're not going to
letting me
miss the
join.
awesome CFL action tonight as first game of Labor Day weekend has finally arrived. We have the Saskatchewan Roughriders taking on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And we all know when it comes to CFL football that the season really gets going once it's Labor Day. And surprisingly enough, Saskatchewan does have the ability to actually start to lose their lead a little bit for first in the West if Winnipeg can find a way to win tonight. And then again next week, because you have Labor Day and then the Banjo Bowl over there. And Key, I know for your CFL Pick'em League, soon to be powered by Streakers Gaming, you were this was one of the games you were picking. So are you expecting this to be one of the best games out of the 3 this weekend?
Oh God, yeah, easily, man. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be a close game for sure. I think Trevor Harris is probably he's gonna pick his battles more wisely. And I think Zach Caleros is gonna really probably try to run the ball. I think they'll maybe get lucky in running the ball. And Zach Caleros, I think, Saskatchewan defense might go light on them. It's Labor Day. You never know what can happen. Saskatchewan, I could easily see them also getting penalized. I could see a lot of roughing the passer calls going there too. But definitely, even though Winnipeg's struggling, they hate to say it, but they're kind of back. It's going to be interesting. I did pick Saskatchewan though.
No, when you say so, you did end up picking Saskatchewan, but when you say
did.
they're back, I think the biggest question mark going into this game, and we have had so many arguments about this on the island, and it's Zach Caleros. Zach Caleros for me is like, I still feel right now, out of all the main starting quarterbacks in the league, I still think he's still in tier 3.
Oh yeah, and I'm not saying
rankings earlier. Mind you, I think a guy like Nick Arbuckle and Nathan Rourke, I'm both moving them up. I had Arbuckle in tier 3, Rourke in tier 2. Rourke's became a tier 1, and Nick Arbuckle's became a high tier 2, almost a tier 1. So
I'm not saying it's all Zach. I'm just saying they found a way to piss CFL fans off for a couple
weeks. It's more Brady Oliveira than Zach. That last game, Brady Oliveira looked really bad.
I agree, Dan. I think that's part of it. And
I think he's a huge part, and I think the defense, like Willie Jefferson, is coming back. And
you and I are firing on all cylinders. The defense is getting to these people.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And you know what? Maybe I'll piss off some CFL fans here saying this, but I'll just say it. I like Key's comment about Winnipeg roughing the passer penalties and stuff like that. But let's be honest, doesn't the refs in the league favor Winnipeg a little bit? Do you think the penalties might go Saskatchewan's way?
That's a possibility. I mean, you know what? Realistically, and I'm not going to be one of those people that blames the refs for everything, but it does feel like Winnipeg does get the more favorable calls down the stretch. I mean, time will tell in this game. Like, realistically, I think it's all fair to say Saskatchewan's the heavy favorite going into this game, which is unusual for this series, because usually coming into Labor Day, Winnipeg has just been the king, right? They or the queen or whatever, the
Pink Pony Club.
Let's not get that song.
Let's just put it this way.
Does it still hurt? Is it a little too soon?
I think they're always ahead of the Fortnite Battle Pass.
Yes.
Oh no.
But you know what? When we look in this, and of course, if you have the Streakers app, you jump into our sports booth and you will see some of the props that we have going on for this game. We have, for Winnipeg's props, at Zach Caleros at least 2 passing touchdowns and Brady Oliveira for 75 rushing yards. And I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I'm not so concerned about Caleros if he hits the prop or not. But if I'm Winnipeg, I feel like you absolutely have to hit it with Brady Oliveira getting at least 75 rushing yards.
Just like how Lane's hitting the screen here. He's getting so close. Holy cow.
Lane's just doing some navigating.
See if he has any boogers in his nose kind of thing, you know.
Uh-oh.
But of course he doesn't because he's gorgeous. But, you know, I think with Brady Oliveira, I'll be honest, Jacob, I think it got a little too low. I know it's too late to change it, but I think in order to win this game, he's got to hit a minimum 100-yard year.
Okay, but Dan, Brady is only averaging around 65 yards a game.
But he stepped it up last week, and this is where we started seeing Winnipeg starting to come back. So he's got to step up again this week.
Yeah, well, I get that, but like I think remember, you're going against a very good defense as well. Like that's I think what you're forgetting. You're just going on, well, Brady Oliveira is this. He's the best thing since sliced bread. Dan doesn't even like bread. No. But like Brady Oliveira, he's averaging 5.6 yards per carry.
Which low numbers for him.
Which isn't bad, but like, you know, 550 yards over 8 games. And if we actually start to break those games down a little bit, I mean, we talked about this yesterday, or maybe it was just me at this point. Yesterday was just a blur. But like, yeah, last week, sure, you had Brady Oliveira with 137, but then the week before 35, week before 68, week before 50, 82, 68, 61, 49. So truthfully, no, I don't think that 75 yards is out to lunch on what you're expecting from him. Obviously, you want more.
Yeah.
I do think this game could be more of a running back game because both teams have such a strong running game, right? Like between Brady Oliveira and AJ Ouellette, I really am expecting both teams to run the ball. But both teams are also getting some reinforcements with Winnipeg getting Dalton Schoen back. However, you're saying, yeah, but soon you're going to be going, no, because Nick Dembski is out.
No!
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's out.
And look, I'm going to say this. I think Nick Dembski is their best player on the offense because he's your Swiss Army knife.
Better
he
than
can run,
Oliveira.
He can pass, he can dance if you want to. He can leave your stuff behind.
That was a big loss for them, though.
Huge.
That was huge.
But then you look at Saskatchewan. Joe's back in the lineup. His stint in the NFL did not work out for the gentleman, so he's back in the Canadian Football League. And Joe was actually pretty damn good last year for the Roughriders. But when we look at the Roughriders props for this one, we have Trevor Harris at 250 passing yards and Dante Myers at 70 receiving yards. So I'm curious what you guys think about this one. Like, I think for Trevor Harris, he needs a bounce back game. After last game, his comments to the media saying he wasn't even hit that hard with the hit that basically took him out of the game, saying I've been hit 50 times harder than that, blah, 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 it was just weird comments from a seasoned professional.
Very weird.
But I mean, I'm curious what you guys think. Do you think Trevor Harris has to have a bounce back game?
100%.
I do, yeah.
So when you say you have
I'm on the fence.
So you're on the fence. See, and I'll be honest, Keith, so am I, because I think Saskatchewan can beat Winnipeg on the ground. Ground and pound and defense, I think is how Saskatchewan is built. Yes, Trevor Harris is having a phenomenal year. Trevor Harris is a potential MOP winner. I think we can all agree to that. But
future Hall of Famer for sure.
Future Hall of Famer. But I don't know if he necessarily has to burn the doors down in this game. Like, I think Brady Oliveira has to have a big game.
Yeah, the more I was thinking about this when you did other favorite game show of yours, Yes or Less, the more I thought about this, I think this game's going to be less. I did originally say yes, but these are veteran quarterbacks are phenomenal at managing the clock and managing the game, managing the one game. I think we're going to see a tight one game defense, low scoring type of game. Because what was there under 49?
49 was the yes.
So yeah, the more I thought about, I could see it being under 49 points.
Like I said to you guys from the beginning, I think this is a game where I think it's going to come down to defense. You have two teams where, you know what, the quarterbacks are going to come to play. The Bombers are a team that like to run the ball as much as running the ball hasn't been as effective as it's been of late. Saskatchewan is the heavy favorite right now, but look, I still think, actually, let's get into, we won't get into our streaker picks yet, but I want to ask you, who do you guys think will be the player of this game? Lane, I'm going to start with you. Who's your one player? I guess I need to make a player to watch bump. I'm working on it. But Lane, who is your potential player of the game?
I'm going to go Willie Jefferson. I just feel like he's been on a new, like what Key and Dan have been saying, he's just on an entirely different level right now. He's operating. He's knocking the ball down. He's pressuring. He's been a big reason why the Winnipeg Blue Bombers have been able to find this success. So I'm gonna go Willie Jefferson being the key player of the game.
Key, who are you taking for your key player of the game tonight?
I'm gonna have to agree with Lane there. He's their big man, and I think he's really gonna show up tonight. It's Labor Day, he's gonna be firing on all cylinders.
Could be playing the banjo on Labor Day.
Oh, you're taking my line, bro. What's this going to say, man?
Who are you taking, Mr. Moore, for?
I'm going to go completely off the board. I'm going to say Zach Collaros. Last year, Zach Collaros had amazing Labor Day and Banjo Bowl games. That's what got him fired up for the rest of the year, got him taking the Grey Cup, and I think it can happen again. So I'm going Zach Collaros.
We didn't take the Grey Cup. We just got to look at it and go, so close.
Well, he got from 2 to Grey Cup.
I'm going to go even more off the board than Mr. Moore for, and I'm saying Roland Milligan. I'm looking at Saskatchewan, and I think I could see Winnipeg trying to force the ball a little too much in the air. I think Saskatchewan is going to try to take advantage of that, and when they do, Roland Milligan is going to be the leader of that defense to make a key interception.
I like that.
Obviously, the obvious picks, you have like your Brady Oliveira over on Winnipeg, and I do think this is a game that could be won and lost by the running backs. I really do, just because I think, funny enough, neither team is terrific at stopping the run.
No.
So it could be interesting to see neither
because
team.
they're missing a Mr. Big Hill, which we could see on tomorrow's game.
Yeah, Adam Big Hill is available for Monday's game for the Calgary Stampeders. How effective will he be when he hasn't played? Time will tell. But no, I think, though, this is going to be a real barn burner, but not in a barn burner of like the high scoring games like we saw last week.
No, it's going to be a hatred defensive battle. It's going to be kind of like
sold out Mosaic Stadium's been sold out for a very long time.
Oh, in Mosaic.
It's always in Saskatchewan.
No, I know, but I knew Winnipeg was sold out. I didn't know Saskatchewan was sold out. Wow.
Wowzers.
Well, last few games we've seen in Saskatchewan, there's always been a good crowd, mind you, but for happening some empty seats. So the fact that it's a sell.
Oh, can we not get into this again? I made this comment multiple times on social media. I much prefer watching the play on the field than the people drinking in the stands. It's much more entertaining to watch the play on the field.
I'm just saying, I'm not bashing.
And just because the fans aren't showing up necessarily doesn't mean they don't have big fan bases. You can't tell me Edmonton and Toronto doesn't have a fan base.
Oh, I know. It's not just CFL games. Every sporting event you go to in North America, you're going to see a Roughrider jerseys.
Exactly, and Roughriders are the team that their fans think their doo-doo doesn't stink. So there's that.
Yeah.
Very, very true. But apparently they said the Roughrider store was lined up this morning. Everyone getting ready to buy merch leading into this game. I will say, it
must be hard to find a watermelon in Saskatchewan right now.
Hey, we got a nice looking watermelon at Zarky's. We're not sponsored by Zarky's, but we could be. 3 out of 4.
Finding a watermelon during Labor Day and Banjo Bowl in Saskatchewan is like finding a turkey or else for Thanksgiving. It's going to be impossible.
But when we take a look at these at the depth chart, which I really broke this down a lot yesterday, but a big name that you got to see for Saskatchewan coming back is Super Mario Alford is back in the lineup. So again, that's something Winnipeg's got to plan around, is trying to figure out how you're going to do your kicks for kick returns.
Right.
And again, a Joe is the really big one who's coming into the receiving core. He's a rotation guy behind Tommy Neal, but I could see if this game, let's be honest, if this game starts to get a bit out of hand and they need some points quick, I could see them throwing a Joe into the fire and trying to make a Joe a go. So
I miss Tommy Neal as Argo.
Yeah, but Dan, at the same time, I've said this for Toronto, their receiving core was just too stacked. It's kind of like,
I get it.
I've seen Lane. Actually, I want to see your reaction for this, Lane. I'm going to put you full screen for this reaction.
Whoa.
I saw on social media people saying they wish Hamilton still had Jeremiah Masoli.
What? No. No.
I can't believe I met you on one bad game, but I'm seeing people already saying, put Taylor Powell in. They should get
over
Masoli
one bad
back.
game.
I'm like, okay, calm down.
Seriously.
As Taylor Swift says, who's all over everyone's social media, she's getting married to Travis Kelce. You need to calm down.
So sick of
We don't have any
Swift.
Swifties in the house. Okay.
God, no.
But like I said, though, I think this is going to be a really, really tight game. And let's have a quick look at the Blue Bombers depth chart before we do our final locked-in picks for the night. Which, Key, I'm sure you've seen. I did make my picks in our Pick'em League. I like to make the picks as late as physically possible because I like to know who's in. I like to know who's out. I like to know if Lane's going to make me nachos. He never does.
Well, have you asked him?
Lane, can you make me nachos?
Sure.
Can Lane cook?
Yeah.
Let him cook!
Whoa! Lane's good looking and he can cook.
Ladies, he's taken. But when we're looking here at the lineup now, Nick Dembski is in this depth chart, so maybe I read he's out, but Winnipeg has him slotted as in. So if Nick Dembski's in, maybe he was a game time decision, and you have Dalton Schoen and Gavin Cobb's back in the lineup as he's labeled as one of the guys coming back in. You could see this Winnipeg offense maybe get a little bit going because trying to rely on Wheatfield and Clercius and Mitchell would be a concern for me because I'm not expecting Dalton Schoen to have a 100-yard plus game or anything today. Personally, It's his first game back in a while. I think they may try to ease him in.
Yeah.
But we're looking at the depth chart. The big pieces that are out, though, is definitely Jared Stearns and Cramdy is still out of the lineup, which really does hurt your defensive backs position, especially with Cramdy, guy that can kind of play linebacker and play in the defensive back group. So he's a very talented individual. He's a hard guy to replace, right? Mm-hmm. So time will tell there what's going on with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, but their roster, if Dembski is in the lineup and you have Dalton Schoen back, maybe Dan's right, and maybe this is the week where this Winnipeg offense really starts to get going.
Yep.
But I think it is time for us to do, because I almost said puck drop. Kickoff is in 4 minutes.
Puck drop's not quite yet.
So that means it is time for us to do our Streakers picks. Make sure you download the Streakers app, just so everyone's aware. There have been so many updates. That's why Chazzy's not on with us today. He is working so hard on the Streakers app to...
Is he going to be here for Edmonton, the Battle of Alberta?
If he isn't, I will duct tape him to his chair for StreamYard.
Thank you.
So, but of course, make sure if you haven't downloaded the Streakers app to download the app. It is available on Android. It's available on iOS. Best app while you're in the washroom. Everyone likes to say they don't take their phones in the washroom, but everyone does. Dan, you say you don't, but I've literally heard you answer it. So there you go. But let's get right into these picks here. And Mr. Lane Dashing Dashko, since you are the most dashing, I'll let you take a dashing lead. And who are you taking tonight in this one?
I'm going to say Winnipeg. I think they're going to continue. As much as I didn't believe in them before, I think Winnipeg's going to keep rolling here.
Very surprised you picked Winnipeg. Mr. More for your money.
I thought I was the only one making this pick, but I'm picking Winnipeg too.
Booster juice drinking Winnipeg Blue Bomber fan. Look, I'm sorry, guys. Get off the Winnipeg Kool-Aid. Saskatchewan is the better team this year by far. They've only lost to one team all year, and that is Calgary, who I truly feel is the best team in the CFL. Records aside, I think Saskatchewan is the second best, and Winnipeg doesn't even crack my top 5. It'll be a close game because it's Labor Day, and Winnipeg's going to try to pull all the stops. But no. Wait, Lane, you're saying someone I can't see is taking a pick?
Yeah. I'm taking Saskatchewan because I wear green.
That is the one and only John Cena.
Who
are you taking in this one? Do you have some common sense with me, or are you on
God, yeah, dude, I'm going Saskatchewan all the way. Like, I don't know what these guys drank before the show, but
Booster juice, it's right here.
Yeah, I don't know what
We're not
booster is.
sponsored by Booster.
I don't know what
But
booster
we could
you got.
be.
I don't know what booster you got that's making you think that way, but no, I'm going Saskatchewan.
I almost picked Saskatchewan, but I don't know. I just think Winnipeg always steps up around this time of year.
I get what you're saying, Dan, but Winnipeg is I've been ranked 5th in the power rankings versus Saskatchewan's ranked 2nd. Now, mind you, by tomorrow's, Lane will be able to make the exact same argument to me when I say Toronto's going to find a way to beat Hamilton tomorrow. So he will use the exact same argument against me. But I think either way, I am curious what you guys think. I think this is going to be a close game.
Yeah.
It's going to be close.
Lane, you look skeptical.
I could see it being a bit of a blowout.
Whoa!
You think? Okay, hold on. I don't even care that's supposed to be kickoff. We need to have this discussion. You think Winnipeg will win and it will be a blowout? Are you okay?
I might be. I don't know. I've been out in the sun all day. I might be better than Dan's foot, but I'm not. I don't know by how much. I don't know. I could just like Winnipeg's getting going and Saskatchewan's slowing down a bit here. I'm worried.
They're not slowing down that much.
It's one. I'm going to use the exact same argument, Lane, you made about Hamilton when Dan wanted to put Hamilton in 8th in the power rankings. It's one.
Well, like I said last night, Father Time can catch up quick in a season.
I'm more curious to see how healthy Trevor Harris actually is because I don't think he looked 100%. But before we go, let's quickly go into our props. Once again, we have Zach Collaros for 2 passing touchdowns. Brady Oliveira at least 75 rushing yards over on Saskatchewan's side. We have Trevor Harris at 50 passing yards and DeHonte Myers at least 70 yards receiving. And for our favorite game show, Yes or Less, we have 49 points. So I do hope you got your picks in the Streakers app. If you didn't for this game and you're thinking life as we know it is done, it's not done. Don't worry. We still have 2 more games on the CFO docket, and those are on the Streakers app. Plus, you got the Blue Jays in there, which maybe it should be the next prop should be can Little figure out what base to throw a ball to. I don't know if anyone saw that. I was screaming at my TV. Jays did find a way to get a big 8-4 win. We'll say somewhat salvage that series. Personally, when I was watching it, was going on and on, like, oh, well, this is why they're a first-place team. It's like, okay, calm down. August has been dreadful. But Yankees also lost today to the Chicago White Sox, so they have a little bit more of a cushion.
They did.
You were sort of awake for that, Dan.
Yeah, I know. But
But on that bombshell, I do want to say thank you very much for watching the Streakers Island podcast. We will be right back, but not right away, because we will be back for a post-game show of this beautiful matchup. Plus, we still have 2 more live shows for tomorrow. I do want to quickly say to the viewers watching, I'm making a post. Normally, our pre-recorded show comes out on Monday, but the Island team and I were discussing in our faithful group chat. And it does not make sense doing that show on tonight to air Monday morning when Labor Day weekend just isn't finished yet, is it? Is it, Keith?
No.
Is it?
No,
Not
it's
even
not.
close.
Figure it out.
Oh, before we go, I need a gas or ass.
Oh my gosh.
We gotta do it. Come on, Jacob. We gotta do gas or ass before we leave.
Okay, this is important. I need to know this. So I was talking with my girlfriend before coming on the show, and she said to me that a new week starts on a Sunday. I argue it's Monday. A new week starts on Monday. Gas or ass?
Oh, good one.
I'm going to say gas. The week starts on Monday. I don't care what my
Sunday. I'm like, what do you mean Sunday?
100% it's on Monday.
It's the weekend.
A lot of people say Sunday because if you look on the calendar,
a lot of people are wrong
on each end. But I say Sunday for 2 free reasons.
But it's the weekend. End of the week.
1, Sunday is Lord's Day, and you end the week on Lord's Day. 2,
right. So
Sunday is the end of the week in automotive sales. So that's the end of the week, everything else, because dealerships is not open.
I'm not asking what day the week ends. I'm asking what day it starts on.
Well, but it starts on Monday.
Right.
Because Sunday is the end. In Flea, you win races on Sunday, as Carol Shelby said, so that you can sell cars on Monday. What? I'm not wrong.
Saying the week as ends, the week doesn't. The weekends on Sunday. The new week starts on Monday. You are incorrect.
No, I'm not. I gave 3 reasons why I am correct.
Well, those are 3 wrong reasons.
So what
Because
day
I
does the
agree.
week
I
start
agree
on
with
then,
Lady
Jacob?
and Key, what
How
are you
does the
saying?
week-
Does the week start on Monday or Sunday?
It starts on Monday.
Monday.
That's what Dan
That's what I'm
said.
saying. Week starts on Monday.
Dan, you could you that's not what you argued. You failed.
No, I said it starts on Monday because of those 3 reasons are the end of the week. You end the week on Lord Square. You end the auto dealership sales on Sunday. Dealerships are open on Sunday. And you win races, as Carol Selby quoted, one of the best car race drivers of life. You win the race on Sunday to sell the cars on Monday, meaning that you end the week with the race and start a new week with sales. So the week starts on Monday.
So
I
we're all
really wish
agreed.
I could just add a slow zoom when Dan's trying to argue a point.
Who
It'd be really
taught
funny.
Carol how to drive standard? I didn't think women knew how to do that.
No, Carol Shelby's the man.
Oh, he is. What? Okay.
Yeah, he's the one who invented the Shelby Cole one.
Oh, okay.
But
So I
on
made
that
a diff-
bombshell and that lesson learned, Lane, anyone
He used to
who,
sell chickens before he raced cars.
Lane, you can show this to your girlfriend because she is wrong.
100%.
I don't want to have been in the doghouse, but
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Lane won't be getting much action tonight if he shows that.
you know what though, Lane, you're gonna get enough action on the island tonight that'll just fulfill all your wishes. But thank you very much, everyone, for watching. We will be back after this amazing football game with the post-game show. I'm the self-proclaimed sports analyst, joined by Key, Lane Dashco, and Mr. More for Your Money. I never want to see a picture of your feet again. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you. I don't know. I see some waving hand. It might be the one and only John Cena, but you just can't see him. Thank you very much for watching, and we will be back later tonight.
Bye.